What's going on YouTube? This Madre57 bringing you another Warzone video. And in today's video, I'm dropping 23 kills with the M13 and the MAC-10, and I'm showing you how. So I decided to turn this gameplay into a voiceover tips and tricks type video, and it's not necessarily because I wanted to do that in the first place. I actually wasn't streaming or recording on my recording software, so I just grabbed the gameplay from my PlayStation and brought it over. The mic quality was bad, and I wasn't happy with uploading that, especially with how good the audio quality is now with the new microphone. Hello. So I just decided to do a little voiceover, throw some music on it so it's not too quiet and awkward, and I kind of explain my thought process. So that being said, we are, on the road to hitting 300 subscribers. We're sitting around like the 260, 270 range right now, so it would mean a lot to me if you subscribe to this YouTube channel and dropped a like on this YouTube video. That would mean a lot to me, and comment your thoughts down below. Hit that bell for post notifications so you never miss a future upload or stream, and share the content amongst your friends and family. And as always, I hope you guys have a great one. Enjoy. On over here, we are deciding that it would be best if we just go for the scavenger contract down here, because we wanted to try and get our loadout before the free one came. So as I see so many people landing here, I ended up bailing. And my teammate here, I believe he landed there on his own. So I grabbed, a gun and came over here and just started killing people. Ran in because I didn't want him to die. Killed this guy right here. Now, I don't think this guy had a self-res, and if he did, he just knew he was gonna die there. So yeah, we're just kind of going with the flow now. I think we decided to just go ahead and start pushing teams, because at this point we were having a rough day, and we just decided that at this point we should just be going for kills. We'll wait for the free loadout, and then we'll just keep frying and keep shredding. So we seen that there was a team fighting over here, or two teams I guess you could say. So we decided to, drop on in here. I was still looking for another secondary type gun to rock with my bullfrog there. So I would much rather rock an SMG and a shotgun rather than a AR and SMG at this point. See, now even if I had the AK right there, the recoil isn't always that good. I seen a kid right here. I seen that kid in the window there. I seen him move, so that's why I shot in that window, I pre-shot a little bit. I noticed that I didn't have, okay, so that's something that you guys should evaluate at all times. So after using that many shots, I only had 6 shots left, right? Now 6 shots got the job done with that one kid in the corner there. But I wanted to play it safe, and I know this kid just emptied out his full shotgun clip and into my teammate, and I thought it would be better that I should not make that mistake, and I switched to the SMG there just to get in that quick, easy gunfight, down him, and then go ahead and thirst all the teammates that had the self-revive. So that's just kind of what my thought process there was, and I used the remaining of my 6 bullets to end them all off too. So yeah, so that fight's over. I'm sitting at 4 kills. Our loadout's dropping. No ammo in the shotgun, so I find it best if we push loadout now. I hate how, loadouts always seem to land out in the open. I seen a shot land here, and I thought there was going to be somebody at this loadout, because I thought somebody from bridge was shooting down. So I go ahead and pick up my M13 and MAC-10 class, and I start just sprint canceling over here because I want to get some kills. So I cracked this kid. Unfortunately, I didn't do enough damage. I probably should have swung right here. So rather than going straight through, I should have just swung right, because I could have held him at this angle right here. So and by the way, I made my cursor this big just so it emphasizes some plays that I was gonna make. So I down this kid. I realize his 2 teammates are right here inside. So I noticed this kid's up top, so I go ahead and down him. I see that kid running through, so I throw a thermite to throw him off, make him think that I was going left. Go right, I down him, The kid up top gets a res off. So I'm like, okay, well, I would rather just plate up before taking this fight. Now, one thing here I would recommend for you guys is that you should probably reload, especially if you're using an SMG, something that has a quick reload speed already. I would recommend reloading before getting into another fight, but since it's me and I know how to hit my shots up close most of the time, and I just decided to take the gunfight before reloading, so I went ahead and just finished this kid off. So I'm sitting at 7 kills here already, and we're about, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 minutes in. So right now I'm thinking, okay, let me go buy a UAV. We'll figure out where we want to push and then how we're going to rotate. So I get this UAV and I see that there's a lot of people up in this area. So right here, we have 2 people here. We have 4 in this general area, 3 up top on the mountain, which are going to be a big pain in the ass and coming up in a few minutes. And then, you know, the green ping. There's also a few over in this area that I didn't emphasize, but I just figured, okay, well, by the looks of it, there's still some guys flying in. Probably not right here. These guys just have high ground. But I'm thinking, okay, we might have some people respawning and coming back here. So let's go ahead and push up here. And so instead of directly going towards a restaurant here, I decide to swing right because I don't want to get involved in a direct one-on-one fight quite yet, especially since I don't have any kind of high ground. Now this kid's pushing. I don't know how I landed that many shots without being ADS. Maybe it kind of registered that I was already aiming down sights there, because I clicked L2 as I was like mantling that that brick wall there. So I hit most of these shots here and I crack his armor right there. So I'm telling my teammate, hey, you should probably jump out, kill that Adler skin. He doesn't listen to me, unfortunately. So I'm like, okay, well, I see this kid here. So I switch back over to the M13, get a quick and easy. You know what? Let's just call it Queasy. A quick and easy kill off on 2 people here. So I use Astro A40s with a mix amp, and I was able to hear this guy over to my left. So after I got done shooting at this guy, I quickly made the adjustment to shoot over to my left into that kid. That was a team wipe. Now this is where I started getting shot from the mountain. Thankfully they didn't hit any headshots there, otherwise I would have gone down. So my thought process here now is I can't necessarily fight the kids on the mountain. So what I decided to do was strafe, do a little beeline, go inside the restaurant here, and I know there's kids in here. So I see this kid here, so I jump over instead of directly challenging. So I'm gonna rewind it here. So instead of directly challenging and going towards this path here, what he might expect, because he's going to be expecting me to creep this corner right here close, and he could have gotten me down depending on the weapon he had. So instead of directly pushing, I go ahead and jump this counter here, and he wasn't really expecting that. I get those quick and easy shots off, those queasy shots, kill him, and I see that there's 2 right here getting pushed by the storm. Now I know they're being held, so it's like it, and then okay, so right here too is after I killed this kid, I hear this door shut, the metal door in the back, I hear it shut, and so my first thought is, okay, somebody is inside, they haven't pushed me yet, so they're either sitting in a corner healing or they're prone watching me, or watching that like little doorway. So my thought process here is my first instinct is to jump that corner and fry. So I hear it, I turn around, I come over here, jump this corner, and I immediately knew where he was, because that's how, you know, a lot of players play. So I go ahead, grab this stuff, and I see this kid over here, down him, end him, and then I see his 2 teammates here, so I make the call out, hey, behind us. Now I guess that's not the perfect call out, because yes, it might be behind us for me, but my teammate is looking directly towards their area. So what I decide to do here is I decide to go out this, loot this kid over here, go out that door, go loot this kid here. And I know there's cover right here, so if they try to hold us from either angle, I get this down off and I hit the other kid quite a few times. I don't have any thermite, so I'm just gonna push it, jump the corner, get them both down, and that's game over for them. So before I entered this fight, I just jumped the window, and I knew that they weren't gonna be immediately right here, because in the amount of time that it took me from the fence to the door, they're more because of how fast I beamed them, they're more worried about getting cover than they are getting rezzed. So they're gonna be right here. See, my immediate thought here was that they were gonna be kind of like in this area here. So you see how I aimed. Now I play on a higher sensitivity, so I immediately turned and shot this kid. But since he was already in that res animation, he you know, he got the shit end of the stick right there. So he's down. He's the only one with self-revive on his team, and that's a team wipe. So I'm gonna plate up here, and I need to think about how we're gonna make a rotation in. So I see this helicopter. Now, you guys probably didn't catch it right there. Watch me plate up, and then I jump out, and I see this kid right here. There's a kid right there. And so I already make the, I don't think I made the call out, but in my mind, I have a mental note saying, okay, there's a kid down here. He's got to have teammates in this area. So I get shot at, and I immediately turn and beam this kid, because I knew there was kids on the mountain, but those shots sounded so close that they had to have been from the building next to me. So my immediate reaction is, because I know these building layouts, is I quickly turned, and by the time I already turned, I was already aimed up. So I shot this kid, and instead of pushing the stairs like a lot of people would, I push this door, I get the 2 downs right here, and then I just finish them all off. So now, to my common knowledge, I honestly didn't know there was more than one in here. But when I heard I heard the syringe, and so like right about here, let's go back right here. It was around this point here that I heard a syringe trying to revive him. So what I decided to do was go up here, and I knew somebody was going to be prone. Now from the angle, I thought he's exactly where I thought he was going to be. And he's, you know, he's the Adler skin with the white tank top, whatever. So I already know that he's easy invisible to see. So right there, I get the first down, and then I see this ghost skin come up the stairs. Now, I did not think that there was going to be a third person, so I did. But when I seen him, I did not stop shooting, and I immediately like kind of turned onto him. So I get this down pretty easily. Thank God I had quick fix there. Otherwise, you know, I mean, there could have been a possibility where I might have died. Teammate just died from somebody up the mountain here, and the play that I decide to make is so I go ahead and get all my ammo and armor replenished. So the play that I decided to make was I should play up along the mountain here so that they can't look directly down at me, because the structure of the mountain would hide me in certain positions. And I'm going to show a perfect example of that here in a minute. I see this kid out of the sky. I didn't think I was going to down him. I ended up downing him and getting the kill there. So I'm already at 18 kills. Now, there is a lot of time left in this gameplay, but once I hit 20 kills, I told my teammates, well, my teammate, that we should start playing slow, because I don't want to end up losing this game and not being able to use the gameplay. So I'm running on the mountain here, and I'm not really worried so much about this. Oh, okay, so that's another thing I failed to mention. So when I killed this kid, the kid that was flying in, I seen right here, I seen where his teammates were, and so I immediately made the call out to my teammate. I said, hey, there's two people right here at this building. And so now he's already made a mental note of that. So I'm going to continue pushing on the mountain here. I'm looking down, making sure nobody's going to try and do that contract. I climb up. I hear this kid land above me, so I make the call out, hey, there's somebody right here. And then I hear another deploy. So I go ahead and down this kid and him. Now I start getting shot at, and I'm almost dead here. But thankfully, this is exactly what I was talking about. Is since I'm moving up on the side of the mountain, there's certain angles that will protect me from their gunfire. And now they're guessing, am I going to go this way or am I going to go that way? So I'm telling my teammate, hey, I need you to shoot at me, please. I need you to cover me, please. Shoot, please. And so he asked me to mark him. Now, unfortunately, at the time, now I'm seeing it now, but I can see where his teammate is. So I'm going to go ahead and rewind it a bit. Down him. Okay, so I was not paying attention, so I did not see that this kid was right here. I didn't make the call out until afterwards. So I seen that there was a kid right here, and I made that call out. So I started getting shot at from a different direction here. And I'm lucky that I have really good accuracy. And you know, a lot of people don't want to admit this. And I'm not afraid to, because it's one of my favorite games of all time. I probably would not have the accuracy I have now if I'd never played Advanced Warfare. That game really sharpened up aiming, shooting, gunfights, gameplay, skill, and I really translated that well to all future CODs. And hell, I could even go back to older CODs and now and be, you know, pretty good. So I armor up here and I start getting shot at. And so my immediate reaction is to listen to my headset where those shots are coming from. And since I have really good directional hearing and directional awareness, once I turn and I hear those gunshots narrow down and they're both even in my ear, I already know where he's shooting me from, and I see the indicator too. So my immediate thought process here is that I should go ahead and jump shot. So I get shot at, I'm reloading, so I see those indicators, and I already heard and know where he's at. So play the clip here. So I jump, turn, I see that indicator again. I aim in, and at this point I already know where he's at because I knew there was a loadout down here from earlier. And he's got his loadout already, right? So I killed that kid on the rock. And that's when I make the call out that there's a kid right here because that's his teammate. And I know I seen another one right where I marked right there. I did not see him. So this is all the, like, these are most of the kills right here. I only get 3 more. However, there's still 24 other people left. This game died out really fast, and unfortunately with the position that we were in, I could have dropped 30, but I would have rather played it safe and, you know, had something to upload, because I didn't want to drop 25 to, you know, 30 and then have it be an L. Just because that's how I am, like, morally. I don't feel comfortable posting L's unless, you know, I have a win to upload along with those L's. So that being said, I think it's a smart move that we make it up this waterfall, like mountain here, and get up to the right side. Now I see this kid land over here. I have him live mark, and I seen him kind of curve. So I didn't know this until, you know, later on when we're just kind of sitting here evaluating what's happening. But I think there's a pathway that if you curve this mountain here, and you can go directly up top. My teammate says, hey, there's people in this building, and I say, yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. I mean, it's in the circle, and there's people up top here that these kids are trying to hold. They have no idea that we're below them right now. So we're using that to our advantage, and I was hoping that somebody would come down this way, and that's why I continuously checked. And then I also thought, well, what if somebody, you know, kind of just jumps off here? We can get some easy kills. Now, thinking back on it now, if you're in this situation here, which I highly doubt that, you know, there's never a situation that reoccurs time and time again like this. But it might not have been an incredibly smart move to shoot as soon as these kids jump. Now, however, they don't jump in this gameplay, but just for future reference, if some kids jump and you know there's somebody on top of you, they don't know that you're there. Don't shoot until they get down lower. So they're gonna, by the time that they cut their parachute, they're gonna be dead. The kids above are either gonna shoot them, or you can go ahead, take the initiative, and do so yourself. I don't recommend it because now those kids are gonna know that you're below them. So I see these kids die here because I see one of these kids like bodies flop right there. Yeah. So I see the circle closes, and I know we're not going to have circle there being right on the edge. So I tell my teammate, hey, we should move now. Like, I think it's smart that we move now. Please, let's move now. So I make it pretty well known that we should get on the move right now. So I start making it my way up this hill here. And since it's along this like little borderline, nobody's going to be thinking to look there, especially these kids. They're going to be looking like up in this direction more so than the bottom left. Now our teammate grabbed a car, and I thought that was a smarter move than what we had gone through. But looking back at it, I think either way, you could have, you know, made that work. So I peeked this window here. Now I hear the shot. My eyes are pretty good. I didn't see him in time, otherwise I would have had this kid down. So I click here and I shoot because I thought he shot from right there, like where that little steel beam is, or concrete beam is. I thought he was just chilling right there. Now, as soon as I started shooting here, I looked up and I immediately saw this kid here, and I seen this kid here. So I go ahead, laser him a bit, almost down him, and then I see that kid just peeking right there. Now, I stopped peeking because I didn't know if that kid had a sniper or not. I know his teammate had a sniper, so I went ahead and just said, okay, I'll play it safe. I'd rather not. My teammate's giving me ammo here because I'm on a burner. He knows that. He wants me, you know, to drop as many kills as possible and get the win. He knows, you know, like, normally when people play with me, they know that I can make the plays that are, you know, that are necessary. I make the plays that are needed. It's kind of how it's always been, especially in like Fortnite, older Call of Duty games. So playing Warzone here, I'm saying, okay, we should probably just get to the circle, and worst scenario, we can hold these kids. Best scenario, we kill them before, you know, they even get a chance to try and push us, and then we can try and circle, rotate, and kill, you know, whoever's left. There's 3 other teams now, 7 people. I have 20 kills here. It's been a minute without some action. It's been a fat minute without some action. So I decided to push. I see somebody hop in the car, but it's only one person, and it's in a ghillie suit. Now, when I started shooting the people on top of the mountain, I realized afterwards that that was a ghost skin and an Adler skin. Now, this is a ghillie suit, so it didn't run through my mind until after we had gotten out of this area, and I had, you know, questioned, oh, where's this team at? Where's this team at? That I realized, okay, maybe that guy killed him. And so now I see that it's 3 groups, 9 people left. The only logical explanation is that it's a 3v3v3. So I'm sitting down here checking. It wasn't until I heard the gunshots that I was like, okay, we should probably just go ahead and push that, third party it, and win the game. So I was sitting here thinking, okay, well, any smart team is gonna have this building here. This building here would have won the game 10 times out of 10. Now, since these two teams were fighting, I told my teammate, hey, it's probably best we should push this now. Let's go. So what I decided to do, he decides to swing right here. I completely disagree with that decision. I don't think that was a good angle, because, you know, when you do swing right, you're more open. See, I decided to take the low ground here and get some cover. And you'll see too, he does get shot at. They are, you know, aware of his situation, like where he's positioned at. See, they started, you know, running towards that area. He's shooting. I end this kid. I down this kid here. And then I'm sitting here thinking that this kid is in the gas back here because I seen, you know, that little mark. I hear some coughing above me, and then I hear the deploy. I shoot him, and that's game over. So that was my game there, and I'll go ahead and show like that little end credit scene just so you guys can see my 23 kills here. 23 kills, and my teammates dropped 2 and 1. I had roughly around 8,000 damage, and if you do the math and say everybody was at full health, let's go ahead and do 8,000 divided by 250. That's worth about 32 kills there. Granted, a lot of those are from, you know, thirsting these kids, but another thing to think about too here is that, you know, when you kill somebody, they're sitting at 200 health because they spawn in with 100 HP and then 50 per shield. So since they have, you know, two armor plates pretty much, 100 health, and then their actual health 100 health, that leaves 50 of them, like 50 of that vulnerable because they don't have full armor plates. So when you're shooting somebody and you down them and then you end them, you're just doing another 100 damage. So you're doing roughly around 300 damage, which is almost equivalent to 1 kill. So even if you do that kind of math there and do 8,000 divided by 300, that's still 26.7, like 27 kills. Let's just go ahead and call it 27 kills. So right there, I had the potential to drop even more kills. My damage says I dropped more kills. It is what it is. This was phenomenal gameplay, in my opinion. I know it got a little slow there, but we kind of just had to make the plays and think through how we were going to win this game. We had to think circle rotation. We had to think how we were going to outsmart the enemy team. And maybe it was a good thing that my friend pushed up on the right side of the mountain there, because they had absolutely no clue where I was. So whenever I pushed up on that mountain there, I finished the kid that was already downed. I downed the kid that was trying to res him, and then I immediately heard and visually seen where the other teammate was, because when you thirst somebody, it shows where their teammates are. I heard the cough. I heard the air deploy, the air shoot, the parachute, whatever you want to call it. I heard that, immediately looked up, and since he was already low health, I knew it wasn't going to take many shots, so I just started shooting. Got the kill, 23 kill win. 8,000 damage, and I mean, it was good gameplay. So that's my tips and tricks. That's kind of like in my mind and my thought, my thought set. But if you guys like today's video, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. Hit that bell for post notifications so you never miss a future upload or stream. Share the content amongst your friends and family. And as always, I hope if you made it to the end, consider dropping a like and subscribing to my YouTube channel, and click on one of the videos over to the right. Thanks.